Here they come running. They know that when I'm around, they're getting some special treats. So this is our chicken run. For those who are new to the channel, we've got, I think, 13 hens and 1 rooster. The rooster is in the back protecting the flock because he's scared of me. So he's the black one back right over there. Give you a little bit of history about him. We had 2 roosters, and they were getting very aggressive with the females. We had, I think you can have 10 hens per rooster. Anything less than that, and they start getting pretty aggressive with the hens. Well, we had, I don't know, maybe 18 or 19 hens, so it was close to what we needed. So we had the 2 roosters, and they started just beating the heck out of the hens, you know, mating them. It was just non-stop mating. That's all you ever saw in the chicken run, was mating. Now, they may have been mating quite a bit because there was competition between the 2 of them. I just don't know. Well, they got so aggressive, we had to get rid of them. And I'm sure the folks who've been here for a while will know who they were. It was Frenchie and Rue. We got rid of them. And what was funny is you're not allowed to say that you butcher chickens on YouTube. The comment section just goes berserk when you say that. But I've never hid the fact that we eat our chickens. They're not pets. I mean, of course, yeah, we named Frenchie and Rue, but we don't name them. They're farm animals. But I wasn't allowed to butcher those 2, so we had to give them away. And I'm sure somebody else butchered them, so I don't know what the big deal was. Why can't I have the food? I was the ones that fed him for all that time. So then we got the Brahmas. The Brahmas are the white chickens, and they're a really hardy winter bird. They actually have feathers around their claws. But they don't produce a lot of eggs, not near as many eggs as the Americanas here. The multicolored chickens are all Americanas. Now, I say they're Americanas. They're so diluted by now that there's not much Americana left in them. However, we still get a wide variety of colored eggs. And so it's like Easter time. You get blues and greens. It's kind of neat. Last night's batch was really pretty. So we get the brown eggs from the Brahmas. It doesn't matter. I mean, we got a whole slew of different chickens. It doesn't matter at this point anymore. So we also got 2 roosters that were Brahmas also. Now, Brahma chickens are very large chickens. Not only are they winter hardy, they're huge. So the 1 rooster, there was a storm that came through one night. It was a pretty massive storm. I'm surprised that we even had a chicken run left, but it knocked down quite a bit of the chicken run. It took the top off of it. I mean, it wasn't a complete catastrophe. I was able to repair it within a half hour. It was not that big of a deal. Now, when you feed grass to chickens, you got to make sure that they have enough grit to grind that up in their gizzard. So, you know, there's plenty of rocks in here and stuff they eat. So be careful that you don't give them too much. Otherwise, it can kill them. That gizzard will press up against their heart. So we got the Brahmas. Now we had 2 roosters, and the 1 escaped. I don't know where it went to, but it was gone. We looked for him the next day, couldn't find him. He never came back. Now, that's one of the reasons we don't allow the chickens to free range, is sometimes they don't come back, especially with the bald eagles that we have around here. I mean, they're always hovering over here. The hawks and the eagles, always hovering, just waiting for one of them to get out. Well, the other rooster, he must have been every bit of 15 pounds, 16 pounds. He was huge. I would say close to turkey size huge. He just towered all over the other chickens. And I really liked him a lot. And I don't like, I don't say I don't like chickens. I'm just not the type of person that goes gaga over chickens, but he was just beautiful. So he got up on his roost one night, jumped down and broke his foot. So, I mean, we had to get rid of him too. Now, I think I can honestly say we butchered him. I mean, what else were you going to do? You had to put him out of his misery. He could not walk. It was terrible. I hated seeing that. So that left us without a rooster. Well, then right around now, I want to back up just a little bit. We also lost a lot of hens to a dog attack. Lost 13 of them. Just about the time these guys started laying eggs, the older hens were attacked. We had them in 2 different chicken coops. So the dog got into one chicken coop, ripped off the windows. You know, the subscribers just swarmed down. The chickens needed windows. So we put windows on it and the dog ripped those windows off. So we got rid of that and sealed it up real tight. So we're down on the amount of hens that we want. We want to have 3 age groups of chickens. We want to have the oldest group that will be butchered every spring. So every spring, the oldest group will get butchered. You have a medium that won't produce any eggs through the winter. They'll go through a molt and they slow way down. And then you have the youngest group, the ones that are just hatched in the springtime, and by August, they'll start producing eggs, and they'll produce eggs all winter long. So that way we have eggs all year long is the plan. Only 2 of the age groups, though, will get through the winter. The oldest would be butchered. So we needed a new rooster since the big Brahma broke his foot. So we needed a new rooster. So we got this guy. Now he was from a lady who had some backyard chickens, and she thought she only had hens. When you order them, you can go to the nursery, you can get just hens or just males or mixed, doesn't matter. But it's only like a 90% accuracy rate. Now when they say that 90% accuracy rate, it seems like they always get too many males in there. 90%, so you get 100 chickens, you got that, you know, that would be 10 roosters at the 90%, but you'll get 20 roosters. So they don't always get it right. So she had a rooster, and of course it was making such a noise with the crowing that she had to give it up. So we went and picked him up. Now we thought he was old enough. I don't know why we thought this. I don't remember why we thought he was old enough. So when the springtime came around last year, we thought he would start breeding, but he didn't. Now that was okay because we had a lot of things going on last year, and we decided we weren't going to incubate any eggs or get any new chicks that year because Carolyn's son needed a place to stay. So we got the camper, we were fixing that up. I was fixing up the solar panels, just a lot going on, and decided we weren't going to deal with it. So we decided this year that we were going to incubate eggs. But I don't know, a few months ago, I made a video and I said I didn't think that he was mating with the females. I didn't see it. Now Carolyn had saw him mate with females, but I'd never seen it. And what was funny, as I'm sitting here making the video, he was in the background mating with one of the chickens. So I went ahead and released the video. I let all the comment section, you know, ridicule me for it. It was kind of funny. So we decided we were going to go ahead and incubate based on that filmed footage. So this past, what, 3 weeks ago? Yeah, it'll be 3 weeks ago this Sunday. This is Friday. We collected eggs. We collected 21 eggs. And I showed you that we started incubating. And I told you I'd keep you apprised of what was going on with the incubator. Now, we've incubated in the past. I shouldn't mention that. I think I did mention that. All these guys down here, except the rooster and the Brahmas, were incubated. I'll take that back. There was 2 that was raised by a hen. She nested she got broody and nested those 2 chickens. But besides that, I forget how many we got down there. Maybe 10, maybe 11 chickens that we incubated. Now, we've lost a couple. I think we had a total of 13 or 14 at the time. So we had a fairly good success rate the first time we did it. So this is our incubator, and we started incubating almost 3 weeks ago. So that means on Sunday, this is Friday, these guys should start hatching. The incubator is all automatic. I guess 18 days, this thing spins every hour and turns the eggs automatically. After 18 days, it stops spinning. You take off the plug. There's a plug on this one, a red plug. You take that off, you fill it up. That gives you more humidity, which we're not quite humid enough, so I'm gonna close that a little bit. And then you take out the rotating device. That gives them room to start hatching. So on Sunday, they should start hatching. Well, today I took the rotating device out because today was the day I was supposed to take it out. And I candled all of them. There's a light on this that you can candle it with. And it doesn't look good. I only saw 3 that have potentially something in it. The rest of it, they were all empty. So out of 21 eggs, it looks like we have 3 that actually grew a little. Now that does not mean they'll survive. I've seen many times an egg full and have a chick in it, but it just not make it. So that's a little disappointing. We've had a lot of issues ever since that dog attack where we just can't seem to get the 3 generations of chickens that we want. So the plan is if we only get 3, we're going to go to that local farmer and get a fresh start. We'll get some chicks from her. We won't say that we just want hens. We'll get hens and roosters, and that way we can keep how many roosters we want. Maybe we'll keep 2. We'll make sure that we have at least 20 hens. I guess is the only way we can do it. If we're going to have 2 roosters, we'll have to have 20 hens. That way we can get into the cycle that we want to get into. So on Sunday, which will be Monday for you, I'll make a video of what we get, see if we get anything. When I was candling, I thought I heard a chirp. They'll chirp inside the eggs. I thought I heard a chirp. However, Carolyn didn't hear it, so if there's not 2 to confirm it, it didn't happen. So I like to believe that one of them is chirping. I want to believe it, but we probably won't do another batch. The idea was we were going to do 2 batches if we didn't get enough hens or enough to incubate. But if he's not mating, I just don't see the point. It looks like he might be mating once a day with one of the hens. Like I said, there may not be enough competition in there for him to worry about it. He can get it whenever he wants, and he just apparently doesn't want it that much. So if we got 2 in there, maybe he'd be a little bit more aggressive, is kind of the thinking. So we'll go and get them and raise them, and next year we can incubate and get into this cycle. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I would like to have been successful with this incubation process, but we haven't done anything wrong. If we get 3 to incubate, then we know we did everything right, just like always. It's just we had a bad rooster. For whatever reason, he's decided not to mate. I know there's all the jokes in the comment section. There's no reason for that jokes. It's weird. If you'll click this up next box, it'll take you to a video where I was showing you how to clean your gun and keep it lubricated. So I hope I can inspire you to never give up when you're living your dreams. Thanks for watching.